see till I get a wedding ring. Oh, honey, my babe, don't put my love on no shelf. Said don't hand me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. Well, baby, 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 why you don't treat me this way? I see your lover boy, I still feel the same way. When she told me a story about the man in the car, always no hugging, no kissing till I get away down. Oh, honey, my babe, don't put my love on no shelf. Said don't hand me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. Yeah. About to get in, she started talking about true love, started talking about sin. Said, my honey, I live with you for the rest of my life. Always no hugging, no kissing till you make me your wife. Oh, honey, my babe, don't put my love on the shelf. Said, don't hand me no lines and keep your hands to go on the guitar. Bad and I was about to give in. She started talking about true love, started talking about sin. I said, my honey, I live with you for the rest of my life. Always no hugging, no kissing till you make me your wife. My honey, my babe, don't put my love on no shelf. Said don't hand me no lies and keep your hands to yourself. Go on. Together for Ian Palmer. Hello. We got a quick change of bass players now. Put your hands together for Mickey Thorpe on the bass there. Hey. He the handsome one, isn't he? You ready for dancing? You gotta come home to me. I forgot some good old loving and I got some more in store. When I get you throwing on, you gotta come back for more. What's come along and time by the dozen? That ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm sure to handle it. Yes, and I tell you, action speaks louder than words. I'm a man of great experience. You got another man, but I can love you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, gonna prove every word I say. I'm advertising love for free, you can place your ad with me. Boss come along in time by the dozen, that ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm sure to hell now, yes, and I tell you, action speaks louder than words. I'm a man of great experience. I know you got another man, but I can love you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, gonna prove every word I say. I'm advertising love for free, you can place your ad with me. What's come along time by the dozen, that ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light light your candle, cause mama, I'm short of handle now. You say, two-hander. Ooh, yeah. Oh, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. Bus come along and time by the dozen. That ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm short of handle now. You say, two-hander. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. I tell you, bus come along and time by the dozen. That ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm short of handle now. Yes, and woo, yeah. You're the best audience we've ever seen at Lark in the Park, you know that. You're the best looking audience. Except you.
They all look a lot younger from up here, don't they?
There's a Tom Petty song, you'll have never heard of this one, but you can have a dance to it anyway. It's called You Wreck Me, Baby. Tonight we ride, right or wrong. Tonight we sail on the radio song. Rescue me, could I go down if I stay too long in troubled town? Come on. Whoa, yeah. Will you wreck me, baby? Will you break me in two? But you move me, honey. Ah, yes you do. And now and again, I get the feeling if I don't win, I'm gonna break even. Rescue me. Should I go wrong if I dig too deep? If I stay too long? Come on. Whoa, yeah. Will you wreck me, baby? Will you break me in two? Will you move me, honey? Ah, yes you do. Be the boy in the corduroy pants. You be the girl at the high school dance. Run with me wherever I go. Well, I'll just play dumb, whatever you know. Whoa, yeah. Will you wreck me, baby? Will you break me in two? Will you ruin me, honey? Ah, yes you do. Will you wreck me, baby? Will you break me in two? Will you ruin me, honey? Ah, yes you do. Okay, thank you very much. This is a little tune you might have heard before. Wasn't gonna sing this for ya. Big wheels keep on turning. Carry me home to see my kin. Singing songs about the Southlands. See my family once again. All things are sin. Heard Mr. Young sing about us. Heard O'Neill put us down. Hope you long will remember. Southern man don't need him around. Let's see it like in the park, come on. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue. Come on. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Birmingham, they love the governor. They all did what they could do. Watergate does not bother me. Does your conscience bother you? Now tell me the truth. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue and the land is always true. Yeah. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Let's take it down now. Take it down really slow. Really nice and slow. Russell Swoser's got a swamper. Oh. Likes to play a song or two. Lord, he gets me up there so much. Picks me up when I'm feeling blue. Now how about you? Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue. Yeah, living is always true, yeah. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you. And again. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue. Yeah, they're always blue, yeah. Sweet home Alabama, well, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Sweet home Alabama. Sweet home Alabama. Put your hands together, Big Rog. Now I got a little treat for you. For those of you who've been around South Hayton and Denton for a long time, you might know this fella. Now he ain't as good looking as me, but by God he can sing. Peter Clark. How y'all doing? Do you want to sing? Do you want to dance? Let's do it. Mustang Sally. I guess you better slow your Mustang down. Mustang Sally now, baby. Sally now, baby. I guess you better slow your Mustang down. How you doing, Paul? Well, you've been running all over town. Ooh, I guess you gotta put your flat feet on the ground. Right. You know how the words go. It goes something like this. Well, all you wanna do is ride around Sally. Come on. Not bad. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Yeah. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. 'Cause one of these early mornings, I'm gonna be wiping those weeping eyes. Yeah. I've got a little story to tell you. It goes something like this. I bought you a brand new Mustang. It was 1965. But now you come around to signify the woman. Girl, you won't let me ride Mustang Sally now, baby. Sally now, baby. I guess you better slow that Mustang down. All right. Well, you've been running all over town. Ooh, I guess you gotta put your flat feet on the ground. Do you want to take it away, boys? Come on, Paul, give it some, man. I'm gonna have a drink. He's not bad, are they? Got the best on. You were good, but you weren't that good. Do you want to do it again? Start again from the beginning. Ready? It's about time we split this crew in half. Who's on this side? Give me a shout. Who's on this side? Give me a shout. It's a bit of a competition now. Right down the middle. Let's have a little bit of a gap. Bit of a gap. Well, all you wanna do is ride around Sally. Left side. That's good, right side. Are you ready? All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Come on. That's good. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Well, all you wanna do is ride around Sally. Come on. All together. One of these early mornings, I'm gonna be wiping those weeping eyes. Yeah. Do you wanna do it one more time? Well, all you wanna do is ride around Sally. That's left. Stop singing on the right. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Right. Not bad. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Left. Right, I'm beating you at the moment. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Come on, right. Yeah, one of these early mornings, I'm gonna be wiping those weeping eyes. He's going to help us sing on this one as well. Stay there, Pete.
Am I?
Who likes Queen? Timing right, I got my act all tight. It's gotta be tonight, my little schoolgirl, babe. Your mama says you don't, your daddy says you won't. I'm burning up inside and no way I'm gonna lose out this time. We wanna hear ya. Tie your mother down, tie your mother down. Like your daddy and the dolls, we don't need it messing around. Tie your mother down, tie your mother down. Give me all love tonight. You're such a dirty louse and don't get out of my house. It's all I ever get from y'all. Your family ties, in fact I don't think I ever heard a single word broken down. Well, I don't give a light, I'm gonna make out alright. I got a sweet old hand, put a stop to all this sniping and grousing. Here we go. Tie your mother down, tie your mother down. Take your little brother swimming with a brick, that's alright. Tie your mother down, tie your mother down. Oh, you ain't no friend of mine. Guy. Tie your mother down, tie your mother down. Get that big daddy out door. Tie your mother down, tie your mother down. Give me all your love tonight. Tie your mother down. Thank you very much, we've been Brass Monkeys. We'll see you next time. Right, told us we got time for one more, is that alright? Here we go then. time. Well, the back of the roadhouse, you got someone to love. The back of the roadhouse, you got someone to love. But this is for the people who like to go down slow. Ready, roll, baby, roll. Ready, roll, baby, roll. Ready, roll, baby, roll. Ready, roll. All night long. On the harmonica, Missy and Palmer. On the guitar, Mr. Paul Dickens. On the bass guitar, Mr. Roger Scott. Would you please put your hands together for Johnny Boy Riegler? Here we go. One more. Women Brass Monkeys. She was a fast machine, she kept the motor clean. She was the best damn woman that I ever seen. She had side to side, telling me no lies, and knocking me out with those American thighs. Taking more than a share, had me fighting for air. She told me to come, but I was already there. And the walls started shaking, the earth was quaking, my mind was aching. We were making it, you took me all night long. Yeah, you you just mine, oh mine. Wanted no applause, just another cause. Let a meal out of me and come back for more. Had to cool me down and take another round. Now I'm back in the ring to take another swing. Cause the walls started shaking, the earth was quaking, my mind was aching. We were making it, you took me all night long. Yeah, you took me all night long, knocking me out, and then you took me all night long. Yeah, shaking out of you, took me all night long. Yeah, you shook me, well, you took me. Took me out of you, took me all night long. Yeah, yeah, you took me all night long. Yeah, yeah, you took me all night long. You really shook me out of you, took me all night long. You really shook me. You thought we were going away.
But you were wrong.
But you were wrong. Bit of ZZ Top for ya. I want to see you all dancing because this is the last time we're doing this. Crazy about a short-dressed man. Gold watch, diamond ring, I am missing but a single thing. Couplings, a stick pin, I said, bye, I'm gonna do you in. They come running just as fast as they can. Every girl's crazy about a short-dressed man. They come running just as fast as they can. Every crazy about a short-dressed man. They come running just as fast as they can. Every girl's crazy about a short-dressed man. Thank you. We'll see you next time. We've been Brass Monkeys. How you doing? Well, my name's Johnny Pettimore, same as my daddy and his daddy before. Well, you hardly ever saw Granddaddy down here. He only came to town about twice a year. He'd buy 100 pounds of yeast and some copper line. Everybody knew that he made moonshine. Well, every new man wanted Granddaddy bad, headed up the hollow with everything he had. All my time that I've been told, you're never coming back from Copperhead Road. Well, now Daddy ran a whiskey in a big black Dodge. Sold it in auction down at Mason's Lodge. They had chunks of kind of sherry painted on the side. Well, he shot a coat of primer, then looked inside. Well, him and my uncle tore that engine down. I still remember that rumbling sound. Well, the sheriff came around in the middle of the night, heard Mama crying, said something wasn't right. Headed down a nostril with a weekly low. You can smell the whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. Yeah! Woo! Come on, lock in the park, go! I volunteered for the army on my birthday. They got the white trash first round here anyway. I done two to the duty up Vietnam. I came home with a brand new plan. I take the sea from Colombia and Mexico. Well, I'm planning up the hollow down Copperhead Road. But ITA's got a chopper in the air. I wake up screaming like I'm back over there. I learn a thing or two from Charlie, don't you know? You're never coming back from Copperhead Road. You're never coming back from Copperhead Road. Woo, yeah! I'm going to get a good friend of ours, Mr. Ian Palmer, who's going to come and play some harmonica for you. Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got this feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair, and I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. I got clown to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Well, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep a smile off my face. Losing control, I'm all over the place. I got clown to the left of me, joker to the right. Here I am. Well, now you started off with nothing. You found you are a self-made man. And your friends, they often call in. They slap you on the back and say, please. They say, please. Well, I'm trying to make some sense of it all. I can see it makes no sense at all. Is it cool to fall asleep on the floor? I don't think that I can take anymore. I got clown to the left of me, joker to the right. Here I am, Mr. Palmer on the harmonica. Well, now you started off with nothing and you found you are a self-made man. And your friends, they often call in, they slap you on the back and say, what? I can't hear you. Well, now you started off with nothing and you found you are a self-made man. And your friends, they often call in, they slap you on the back and say, please. They say, please. Well, I'm trying to make some sense of it all. See, it makes no sense at all. Is it cool to fall asleep on the floor? I don't think that I can take anymore. I got clown to the left of me, joker to the right. Here I am. I got clown to the left of me, joker to the right. Here I am. I got clown to the left of me, joker to the right. Here I am. How we doing, all right? Here's a song from Dr. Feelgood. This one's called I'm Going Back Home. Let's see you rock and boogie, baby. I wanna live the way I like. Sleep all the morning, go and get my fun at night. But things ain't like that here. I'm working just to keep my baby still. Well, I got a brand new motor and I'm waiting for her alone, so I can fill her up and start her. Then I'm going.
Good evening. Welcome to quiz number 7. Hopefully, everyone will start seeing me soon. and we can get started with this quiz. Sorry I'm a little bit late, but I'm not as late as I could have been. But again, it's great to be back, and I'm looking forward to giving you this week's quiz. So again, as with every week, there's a little twist. This week it's going to be the music round. It's not going to be Eurovision, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you again just yet. Maybe later, the odd song here or there, maybe the halftime music. So you will have to wait and see, I'm afraid. Just putting everything onto silent. Don't want any more bloody disturbances from my Alexa devices. But whilst I'm doing that, let me show you who won last week's quiz. So, 3, 2... Yes, congratulations to the Paskinators. There was, in fact, another tie-break this week between the Paskinators and Lost in Technology. Unfortunately, Lost in Technology just lost out by the skin of their teeth, and as such, the extra point went to the Paskinators, which means that the Paskinators, in fact, have created the winners round for this week. So, let's show you the league table to see how the land lies at this current moment in time. So, as you can see, the Lunatics are still just about holding the top spot. Denton, Southampton and Colorado Union are a close second. Gostock family and Lost in Technology and the Paskinators with Hayden and Elaine are all in a very close fighting for third position. Gary, Sarah and Fran are doing well, and so are Tim and Nora. Thwaites Independent is in the running for 8th place, so running for Tim and Nora's spot, and so is the Husky household. So it's all getting very close up top. Hopefully, no one is going to complain about that, and we can get started on round one. So, I've slightly changed round one. It's going to be just science, so it encompasses all science. Of course, it doesn't mean that there's not going to be medicine, or potentially philosophy, or potentially other subjects in it, but it's predominantly science-based. So, let me know if you're ready to get started, and we can get this show on the road. Oh, that's better. It's been a blooming long day today. Are we ready to get going, do you think? Ready. Marvellous. Fine. Okay, so round one, question 1. What colour are platelets? What colour are platelets? So for those of you who don't know, the platelets are the little cells in your blood that cause you to form blood clots when you cut yourself. This stops you bleeding everywhere. And they eventually form the scab. But when you extract them individually from the blood, and you've just got a bag of platelets, what colour are they? Question 2. What element links diamond, wood, and coal? What element links diamond, wood, and coal? Okay, let's move on to question 3. What is magma called once it has reached the Earth's surface via volcanic eruption? Question 3. What is magma called once it has reached the Earth's surface via volcanic eruption? Okay, let's move on to question 4. What does TNT stand for? And I don't want dynamite, I want the scientific name. Bonus points if you can give me the correct numbers that are associated with this. Okay, question 5. Which famous scientist developed the theory of gravity? Question 5. Which famous scientist developed the theory of gravity? Question 6. Which is the largest organ inside the human body? Question 6. Which is the largest organ inside the human body? Question 7. What does CPR stand for? Question 7. What does CPR stand for? Question 8. What is this gas? H2O. Question 8. What is this gas? H2O. Question 9. True or false? The higher the pH, the more acidic a substance is. Question 9. True or false? The higher the pH, the more acidic a substance is. And the last question for round 1 is question 10. Which chemical is commonly found in high energy batteries? Question 10. Which chemical is commonly found in high energy batteries? Okay, so that was your round 1 for science. Now we're going to move on to sports and geography. So I've combined the two. You'll realise why. Now, I realise that a lot of pub quizzes are revolved around football, rugby, cricket, other sports that I can't name right now. But my vice is racing and motorbike racing and car racing. Therefore, this week's sports and geography round is going to be: can you identify this British track? Can you identify this British racetrack? Question 2. Can you identify this British racetrack? And I should say they are all motor racing tracks, so there's no horse racing or greyhound racing. Question number 3. Can you identify this British racetrack? Are we all seeing the theme here? Let's move on to question number 4, so that you can identify this British racetrack. And lastly, can you identify this British racetrack? Fine. So, now I've given you 5 British racetracks, so I thought I'd be a little bit more generous, and I was going to ask you about world racetracks. So, who can identify this world racetrack? And I want the name of the racetrack, not the country it's in. If you give me the country, you can have half a point, but I want the name of the racetrack. Question 7. Can you please identify for me this famous racetrack? And again, I would like the name of the racetrack, not the country that it is in. If you give me the country, you can have half a point. The half-point system only works for the last 5 questions, so question 6 to question 10. I gave you the country that the first 5 were in, so I'm not going to give you half a point for that. You wanted birds, so I gave you birds. You're done protesting, for I fear the lady doth protest too much. Identify for me this racetrack. Again, I want its name, not its country. Okay, let's go on to question 9. Identify for me this famous racetrack. And last, but certainly not by any means least, identify for me this racetrack. And for the last time, I'm going to tell you that I want the name of the racetrack, not the country it is in. Now, I'm sure you'll quite agree that's quite enough of the racetracks. So, I think we're going to move on to the winners round. Now, these questions were so very wonderfully written by Mr. Elliot Paskins, and I am sure alongside Ms. Kate Paskins. So thank you very much for providing these questions. Please excuse yourself from this round. It would be unfair of you to answer, for you wrote the questions. As such, let us begin this week's winners round, the theme of which is TV shows and catchphrases. Therefore, question 1. Name the TV show from which this catchphrase comes from. I don't believe it. Question 1. Name the TV show from which this catchphrase comes from. I don't believe it. Okay, let's move on to question number 2. Name the TV show from which this catchphrase is from. Our survey says. Question 2. Name the TV show from which this catchphrase is from. Our survey says. Let's move on to question number 3. Name the TV show from which this catchphrase is from. Suits you, sir. Question 3. Name the TV show from which this catchphrase is from. Suits you, sir. Let's move on to question number 4. Name the TV show from which this catchphrase is from. The truth is out there. Question 4. Name the TV show from which this catchphrase is from. The truth is out there. And let's move on to question number 5. So, name the TV show from which this catchphrase is from. I've started, so I'll finish. Question 5. Name the TV show from which this catchphrase is from. I've started, so I'll finish. Let's move on to question 6. Which doctor famously wore a long striped scarf? Which doctor famously wore a long striped scarf? Let's move on to question number 7. In the American sitcom Friends, the character Phoebe has a twin sister. What is her name? Question 7. In the American sitcom Friends, the character Phoebe has a twin sister. But what is her name? Let's move on to question number 8. The first series of the classic British sci-fi show Thunderbirds is set in which year? The first series of the British TV sci-fi show Thunderbirds is set in which year? Let's move on to question number 9. The lovable character called Benny is from which ITV soap opera? Question number 9. The lovable character called Benny is from which ITV soap opera? And last but certainly not least, question number 10 of your winners round. The drama Doc Martin is filmed in what location? Question 10. The TV drama Doc Martin is filmed in which location? And that brings us to the end of the winners round. So I would very much like us to all have a very quick round of applause for Elliot and Kate for providing us with this round's questions. Just in time for your very much well-deserved break. So, I'm going to give you a 10-minute break. Please go, be merry, have fun, and I will see you back in 10 minutes.
1, 2, 3. Turn it up.
my skin began to turn red. After 3 days in the desert fun, I was looking at a riverbed, and the story it told of a river that flowed made me sad to think it was dead. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain.
Deep down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back up in the woods among the evergreens, there stood a log cabin made of earth and wood, where lived a country boy named Johnny B. Good, who never ever learned to read or write so well, but he could play a guitar just like a ringing a bell. Go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Johnny be good. He used to carry his guitar in a gunny sack, go sit beneath the tree by the railroad track. Old engine, everything sitting in the shade, strumming with the rhythm that the drivers made. When people passing by, they would stop and say, oh my, but that little country boy could play. Go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Go, Johnny, go, go! Johnny be good.
It's getting near dawn, when lights close the tired eyes. I'll soon be with you, my love, give you my dawn surprise. I'll be with you, darling, soon. I'll be with you when the stars start falling. I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going, in the sunshine of your love. I'm with you, my love, the light shining through on you. Yes, I'm with you, my love. It's the morning and just we two. I'll stay with you, darling, now. I'll stay with you till my seas are dried up. I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going, in
house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. Tell your children not to do what I have done. Spend your lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun.
Okay, welcome back from your break. I hope you all used it wisely. So, I think if everyone is in agreement, we should crack on straight ahead to Name That Tune. Now, naturally, as I said at the start, I have changed this round ever so slightly. So, we are not necessarily looking for a piece of music. No. This week, I am going to play for you 10 different vehicles. I would like you to identify the vehicle. Now, they're not particularly difficult, but you have to pay attention to what you're listening to. There are some where it says specifically identify, and therefore I would like you to specifically identify them. So they are potentially an answer that we've already had, but a very, very uniquely sounding vehicle that has already been said before. So let's get started. And we are going to start with question number 1. So please, can you identify for me this vehicle? Okay, let's listen to it again. do hope everyone's got their sound turned up on this. I wouldn't want you to miss out. Give you a couple of moments just to correlate your answer. And we're going to move on to question number 2. Identify for me this vehicle. And we're going to have another listen to vehicle number 2. Okay. Let's move on to vehicle number 3. So, can you please identify for me this vehicle? And let's listen to question number 3 again. Okay, good. Now then, let's move on to vehicle number 4. And we're going to listen to question number 4 once again. Okay, let's go straight on to question number 5. Please identify this vehicle. And we're going to listen to question number 5 again. Okay, and we're going to move on to question number 6. So please identify for me this vehicle. And let's listen to question 6 once again, because you have not had this vehicle yet. We're going to move swiftly on to question number 7. So please identify for me this vehicle. And I think we're going to listen to question number 7 a few more times. Let's move on to question 8. Please identify for me this vehicle. On this question, you can have a bonus point if you can correctly identify the type of vehicle, the specific type of vehicle. Listen to it once again. And we're going to move on to question number 9. Please identify this penultimate vehicle. And we're going to listen to vehicle number 9 once again. And let's move on to our final vehicle of this round, vehicle number 10. And let's have vehicle number 10 once again for the first and final time. Okay, now we're going to move on from round 4 to round 5, but again, there's had a bit of a change. It's now going to be a 10-question round on general ignorance, or as others might like to call it, general knowledge. Now, I made the decision to cut the 5 news questions this week because having looked through the news, it was just utterly depressing. It was all about Dominic Cummings and breaking the law and all that bollocks, and I just couldn't be bothered, to be perfectly honest. So I decided to give you 10 more general knowledge questions. So these can range from any topic that you can think of. So let's get started with question number 1. At 2 kilometers squared, which country is the second smallest in the world? Question number 1. At 2 kilometers squared, which country is the second smallest in the world? Let's move on to question number 2. In which year did the gunpowder plot take place? Question number 2. In which year did the gunpowder plot take place? Question number 3. In Mary Poppins, how much does it cost to feed the birds? In Mary Poppins, how much does it cost to feed the birds? Right, let's move on to question number 4. What shade of blue is typically attributed to genes? What shade of blue is typically attributed to genes? Question 5. True or false? Petrol is more explosive than diesel. Question number 5. True or false? Petrol is more explosive than diesel. Question number 6. Which UV radiation is most damaging to skin? Is it UVA, UVB, or UVC? Question 6. Which ultraviolet radiation is most damaging to skin? Is it ultraviolet A, ultraviolet B, or ultraviolet C? Okay, question number 7. What is terminal velocity? Question number 7. What is terminal velocity? Question number 8. Which direction do tropical storms rotate? Is it clockwise, counterclockwise, or either? Question number 8. There's a typo on my slide, I'm afraid. It says which direct. It should be which direction do tropical storms rotate? Is it clockwise, counterclockwise, or either? Question number 9. What is Fred Perry? Question number 9. What is Fred Perry? Not whom is Fred Perry, what is Fred Perry? And we're going to move on to our final question of this evening. Question number 10. Who sang Jailhouse Rock? Question number 10. Who sang Jailhouse Rock? Okay, and for the very final time, because I'm going to remove this part of the quiz, is going to be the repeat questions. So please post onto either YouTube or WhatsApp or Facebook any repeat questions that you so wish me to go through again, and I will be happy to go through them. I'll give you about 5 minutes for these, and then I'll go through all of the answers with you. So as soon as anyone has any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I can go straight through to the results. Round 2, question 1. Fine, let's start with round 2, question 1. Round 2 was the sports geography round. So you wanted question number 2. So can you please identify for me this British racetrack? No, wait, hang on. There we go. Identify for me this British racetrack. All of the racetracks. Fine. Tell you what, I will go through all of the racetracks one last time, but I'll only give you 10 seconds on each track. So your countdown starts now. Racetrack number 2. Racetrack number 3. Racetrack number 4. Racetrack number 5. Which world racetrack is this? And again. And again. do love the maple syrup. Penultimate one. And your last racetrack. Fine, and we're going to move on to the winners round. Oh dear. Hang on. I was trying to be too clever. There we go. Right. The winners round, and you wanted question number 3. So, question number 3 from TV shows and catchphrases. Name the TV show from which this catchphrase is from. Suits you, sir. And we're going to move on to round 4, and we wanted a repeat of number 2, I believe. Round 4, question 2, yes. So, round 4, question 2. Please, can you identify for me this vehicle? Okay, and we're going to move on to round 5, where we had question 7 and question 2. So, question number 2 of round 5. No, question number 2 of round 5. There we go. In which year did the gunpowder plot take place? And then we're going to move on to question number 5 within that round. True or false? Petrol is more explosive than diesel. And lastly, what is terminal velocity? Right, 1. I don't know that. Right, and we wanted series number 1 for science, and question number 4 has been requested. So let's go right the way back to there and go there. So, can somebody please tell me, what does TNT stand for? Now, I gave you a bonus point if you could tell me the exact chemical name for TNT, including all of the numbers. Okay, and the last repeat question was round 4, and they wanted question number 5. So, can you please identify for me this vehicle? if it plays. Right, we just had one quick one in again. Round 1, question 5. And your question is, which famous scientist developed the theory of gravity? Oh no, sorry, round 5, question 1. I got that the wrong way round. General ignorance. And your first question for general ignorance was, at 2 kilometers squared, which country is the second smallest in the world? Excellent. Right. So that concludes all of the questions. I'm going to let you have a very, very quick 5-minute break, and then we'll go through the answers. So I will see you all again in about 5 minutes.
1, 2, 3.
Turn it up.
me out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain.
Deep down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back up in the woods among the evergreens, there stood a log cabin made of earth and wood, where lived a country boy named Johnny B. Good, who never ever learned to read or write so well, but he could play a guitar just like a ringing a bell. Go, go! Go!
Okay, so welcome back. Now we're gonna race through the results as such. So let us begin with round one, which was science. So what colour are platelets? The answer is they are gold or yellow. Either answer will give you the point. Question 2. What element links diamond, wood and coal? The answer is, of course, carbon. Question 3. What is magma called once it has reached the Earth's surface via volcanic eruption? Lava. What does TNT stand for? The answer is 2,4,6-trinitrotoluene. So if you put trinitrotoluene, you got the answer. If you put 2,4,6-trinitrotoluene, then you got a bonus point. Well done. Which famous scientist developed the theory of gravity? It was Sir Isaac Newton. Which is the largest organ inside the human body? It's the liver. The skin is the largest organ of the human body, but inside the human body, it is the liver. What does CPR stand for? It is cardiopulmonary resuscitation. What is this gas? H2O. The answer is water vapor. I gave you the answer if you got steam. The correct answer is water vapor. True or false? The higher the pH, the more acidic a substance is. This is, of course, false. A higher pH means it's more alkaline, not acidic. A lower pH means it's more acidic. And finally, question 10. Which chemical is commonly found in high-energy batteries? The answer is lithium. So well done if you got lithium. And we're going to move on quickly to round 2, the sports and geography round. I asked you to identify 5 English or British tracks and 5 worldwide tracks by name. So the first track is, of course, Silverstone. The second track is Donington Park. The third track is Brands Hatch. The fourth track, a little closer to home, is in fact Goodwood. The fifth track is one that looks like a massive field. It's Castle Combe. Question 6, I asked you to identify this international racetrack. It is Marina Bay in Singapore. If you put Singapore, you can have half a point. But if you put Marina Bay, you get the whole point. I asked you to identify this racetrack. This is, of course, the Circuit de Monaco, which is, of course, in Monaco. If you put Circuit de Monaco, you can have the full answer. If you only put Monaco, then you can only have half of the answer. I asked you to identify this, and I gave the very sharp-eared of you a slight hint with this. This is the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal, in Canada. So well done if you got the Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve. The answer to question 9 was Spa-Francorchamps. If you put Spa, I will give you the point. If you put Belgium, I will give you half a point. Question number 10. This racetrack is very iconic. The S-Bends up the hill should have given it away. This is Suzuka. If you put Japan, you can have half a point. Now, we come on to the winners round. So, question number 1. Name the TV show from which this catchphrase comes from. I don't believe it. The answer was One Foot in the Grave. Question number 2. The name of the TV show from which this catchphrase is from, our survey says, is Family Fortune. Question number 3. Name the TV show from which this catchphrase is from. Suit you, sir. This was The Fast Show. Question number 4. Name the TV show from which this catchphrase is from. The Truth is Out There. This was The X-Files. Question number 5. Name the TV show from which this catchphrase is started. I've started, so I'll finish. This is, of course, George's weekly pub quiz. It's not, it's Mastermind. Question number 6. Which doctor famously wore a long striped scarf? Not dissimilar to this, I should say. It was the 4th Doctor portrayed by Tom Baker. So, the 4th Doctor Who portrayed by Tom Baker. Question number 7. In the American sitcom Friends, the character Phoebe had a twin sister. What was her name? The answer is Ursula. Question number 8. The first series of the classic British sci-fi show Thunderbirds was set in what year? The year 2065, 100 years from its release date. Question number 9. This is getting too hot now. Question number 9. The lovable character called Benny is from which ITV soap opera? Crossroads. And question number 10. The drama Doc Martin is filmed in what location? The answer is Port Isaac in Cornwall. Now, I can give you the full mark if you put Port Isaac in Cornwall. Half a mark for Cornwall. And then we moved on, did we not, to our winners round. No, not our winners round, sorry. Our round 4. So, identify for me this vehicle. Yes, this was, of course, an ambulance. So, what was vehicle number 2? It was, of course, a car. What was vehicle number 3? Yes, teasing everyone about their holidays. It was, of course, an aeroplane. Wouldn't we all love to be jetting off on one right now? Question number 4. Yes, the good old helicopter. So, question number 5. Arguably one of the harder vehicles to identify, but it was in fact the hovercraft. So, question number 6. Yes, you should have been able to detect the double whir of the Chinook. It is not a helicopter. If you put helicopter, you do not get the points because there is a specific audible difference between the two. So let's move on to question number 7. Yes, I should hope that we'd all be able to identify the old Formula One car. In fact, that was actually a Ferrari E51 going around the corner at Belgium, going down to La Source. So, quite an iconic piece of track on Spa-Francorchamps from an iconic car. And is what a car should sound like. Let's move on to question number 8. Yes, this was of course a motorbike, but I did say if you managed to get Harley Davidson, you got an extra point. So let's move on to question number 9. Everyone should have been able to determine the roar of the Rolls-Royce engine in the Spitfire, which of course was the answer. So let's move on to our last question. Identify this last vehicle. This was, of course, the bicycle. Not necessarily a motorized vehicle, but a vehicle nonetheless. So we move on to all of our general ignorance. So at 2 kilometers squared, which country is the second smallest in the world? Monaco, the Principality of Monte Carlo. Question 2. In what year did the gunpowder plot take place? We all know it as November the 5th, but did we all know it as 1605? Well. Question 3. In Mary Poppins, How much does it cost to feed the birds? Well, of course, the answer is 2p a bag. Question 4. What shade of blue is typically attributed to jeans? I hope you didn't overthink this, because the answer is denim blue. Denim jeans, denim blue. If you put blue, you can have half a point. True or false? Petrol is more explosive than diesel. The answer is certainly true. Question 6. Which ultraviolet radiation is most damaging to skin? Is it UVA, UVB, or UVC? The answer is UVA. UVC never penetrates to the surface because it is stopped by the ozone. UVB cannot get through glass, whereas UVA can penetrate through glass and penetrates the deepest into your skin, causing the most skin cancers. Question 7. What is terminal velocity? Some of you jokingly said the speed at which you can drink gin at the Hampden Arms. You're not far wrong, but it is the maximum speed at which an object can fall determined by its mass. So naturally, the bigger the object, the faster it can fall. For those of you who wish to know, I was told by my housemate that from the 9th story, a cat will have terminal velocity by the time it hits the floor. Don't ask me why he knows that. I'm a bit worried about him myself, but that's terminal velocity. Question number 8. In which direction do tropical storms rotate? The answer is either. It depends on which hemisphere they're in. If they're in the northern hemisphere, they will rotate counterclockwise. If they're in the southern hemisphere, they will rotate clockwise. Question 9. What is Fred Perry? It is a clothing brand or a designer. It is not the tennis player, though he may have founded it. What I was looking for was the clothing brand. So if you put the tennis player, you do not get a point. What is Fred Perry? Fred Perry is a clothing brand. And lastly, who sang Jailhouse Rock? Well, there's only one answer to this, isn't there? The king himself, Elvis Presley. So, that brings us to the end of week number 7. So thank you all for taking part. Please fill out the Google form that you see below, and if you can't access the one that is attached to the screen, then please use the one that is in the comments or in the description below the video. And all there is now for me is to say thank you so much. Please fill out the Google form so I can add your scores to the leaderboard, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. But until then, goodbye. Take care.
Oh, how you doing? Well, my name's Charlie Pettimore, same as my daddy and his daddy before. Well, you hardly ever saw Granddaddy down here. He only came to town about twice a year. He'd buy 100 pounds of yeast and some copper line. Everybody knew that it made moonshine. Well, every new man wanted Granddaddy bad, headed up the hollow with everything he had. All my time that I've been told, you're never coming back from Copperhead Road. Chevy in a big black Dodge. Sold her in auction down at Mason's Lodge. They had chunks of kind of sheriff painted on the side. Where he shot a coat of primer, then looked inside. Well, him and my uncle tore that engine down. I still remember that rumbling sound. Well, the sheriff came around in the middle of the night. Heard mama crying, said something wasn't right. Headed down on Knoxville with a weekly load. You can smell the whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. Yeah! Woo! Come on, lock in the park, go! They got the white transfers round here anyway. I done two to the duty up Vietnam. I came home with a brand new plan. I take the sea from Colombia or Mexico. Well, I'm planning on the hollow down Copperhead Road. Coming back from Copperhead Road. You're never coming back from Copperhead Road. Woo, yeah! Copperhead Road. Copperhead Road. Copperhead Road. Copperhead Road. Yeah. Oh. I'm going to get a good friend of ours, Mr. Ian Palmer, who's going to come and play some harmonica for you. Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got this feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair, and I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. I got Clown to the left of me, Joker to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Well, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep a smile off my face. Losing control, I'm all over the place. I got Clown to the left of me, Joker to the right. Here I am. Well, now you started off with nothing. You found you are a self-made doing, all right? Here's a song from Dr. Feelgood. This one's called I'm Going Back Home. Let's see you rock and boogie, baby. She just come back again. She left me in the park, told me that I treat her like a dog. That's what she said. Well, the last time that I saw her, she was buried in a bone. Now I'm tired of whistling for her, and I'm going back home. This is Ian Palmer on the harmonica. Take it away, baby. Johnny Green, well, he asked me in. We watched the TV and then I drank a little gin. Then I took off down the street, smiling at the faces that I meet. Well, now that was back this morning. Now I'm dizzy, sick and stoned. When the world starts turning, well, I'm going change in my pocket, going jingle-lang-a-ling-o. Call you on the telephone, give you a ring. Each time I talk, I get the same old thing. Always no hugging, no kissing till I get a wedding ring. Well, honey, my face, don't put my love on no shelf. Said don't hand me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. Your lover boy, I still feel the same way. When she told me a story about the man in the car, always no hugging, no kissing till I get away now. Oh, honey, my baby, don't put my love on the shelf. Said don't have me no lies and keep your hands to yourself. kiss till you make me all white. Oh, honey, my babe, don't put my love on the shelf. Said don't hand me no lines and keep your hands to go on the guitar. Bad and I was about to give in. She started talking about true love, started talking about sin. I said, my honey, I'll live with you for the rest of my life. Always no hugging, no kissing till you make me your wife. My honey, my babe, don't put my love on the shelf. Said don't have me no lies and keep your hands to yourself. Go on. Together for Ian Palmer. Hello. We got a quick change of bass players now. Put your hands together for Mickey Thorpe on the bass there. Hey. He the handsome one, ain't he? You ready for dancing? You gotta come home to me. I forgot some good old loving and I got some more in store. When I get you throwing on, you gotta come back for more. What's come along and time by the dozen? That ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm sure to handle it, yes and I tell you, action speaks louder than words. I'm a man of great experience. I know you got another man, but I can love you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, gonna do every word I say. I'm advertising love for free, you can place your ad with me. Boss come along and time by the dozen, that ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm sure to handle now, yes and tell you, action speaks louder than words. I'm a man of great experience. I know you got another man, but I can love you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, gonna prove every word I say. I'm advertising love for free, you can place your ad with me. What's come along time by the dozen, that ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm sure to handle it, yes and two-hander. Ooh, yeah. Oh, baby, yeah, yeah. What's come along with time by the dozen? That ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm sure to handle it, yes and two-hander. Oh yeah. Oh baby. I tell you, boys come along and time by the dozen. That ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm sure to handle it, yes and You're the best audience we've ever seen at Lark in the Park, you know that. You're the best looking audience. Except you.
They all look a lot younger from up here, don't they?
There's a Tom Petty song, you'll have never heard of this one, but you can have a dance to it anyway. It's called You Wreck Me, Baby. Tonight we ride, right or wrong. Tonight we sail on the radio song. Rescue me, should I go down? If I stay too long in troubled town, come on. Whoa, yeah. Will you wreck me, baby? Will you break me in two? But you move me, honey. Ah, yes you do. Now and again, I get the feeling if I don't win, I'm gonna break even. Rescue me, should I go wrong? If I dig too deep, if I stay too long, come on. Whoa, yeah. Will you wreck me, baby? Will you break me in two? Will you move me, honey? Ah, yes you do. Be the boy in the corduroy pants. You be the girl at the high school dance. Run with me wherever I go. Well, I'll just play dumb, whatever you know. Whoa, yeah. Will you wreck me, baby? Will you break me in two? Will you ruin me, honey? Ah, yes you do. Will you wreck me, baby? Will you break me in two? Will you ruin me, honey? Ah, yes you do. Okay, thank you very much. This is a little tune you might have heard before. Who's gonna sing this for ya? Big wheels keep on turning. Carry me home to see my Watergate does not bother me. Does your conscience bother you? Not telling the truth. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue and the land is always true. Yeah. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Let's take it down now. Take it down really slow. Really nice and slow. Russell Swolster's got a swamper. Oh. Likes to play a song or two. Lord, he gets me up there so much. Picks me up when I'm feeling blue. Now how about you? Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue, yeah, and it's always true, yeah. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you. And again. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue, yeah, they're always blue, yeah. Sweet home Alabama, well, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Sweet home Alabama. Sweet home Alabama. Let's go.
Put your hands together, Big Rog. Now I got a little treat for you. For those of you who've been around South Hayton and Denton for a long time, you might know this fella. Now he ain't as good looking as me, but by God he can sing. Peter Clark. Hey out there, do you want to sing? Do you want to dance? Let's do it. Mustang Sally, I guess you better slow your Mustang down. Mustang Sally now, baby. Sally now, baby. I guess you better slow your Mustang down. Hey there, folks. Well, you've been running all over town. Ooh, I guess you gotta put your flat feet on the ground. Right. You know how the words go. It goes something like this. Well, all you wanna do is ride around Sally. Come on. Not bad. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. All you wanna do is ride around Sally, yeah. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. 'Cause one of these early mornings, I'm gonna be wiping those weeping eyes, yeah. I've got a little story to tell you. It goes something like this. I bought you a brand new Mustang. It was 1965.
but now you come around to signify the woman. Girl, you won't let me ride Mustang Sally now, baby. Sally now, baby. I guess you better slow that Mustang down. Alright. Well, you've been running all over town. Ooh, I guess you gotta put your flat feet on the ground. Do you want to take it away, boys? Come on, Paul, give it some, man. I'm gonna have a drink. He's not bad, all right? Got the best on. You were good, but you weren't that good. Do you want to do it again? Start again from the beginning. Ready? It's about time we split this crew in half. Who's on this side? Give me a shout. Who's on this side? Give me a shout. It's a bit of a competition now. Right down the middle. Let's have a little bit of a gap. Bit of a gap. Well, all you want to do is ride around Sally. Left side. That's good, right side. Are you ready? All you want to do is ride around Sally. Come on. That's good. All you want to do is ride around Sally. Well, all you want to do is ride around Sally. Come on. All together. One of these early mornings, I'm gonna be wiping those weeping eyes, yeah. Do you wanna do it one more time? Well, all you wanna do is ride around Sally. That's left. Stop singing on the right. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Right. Not bad. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Left. Right, I'm beating you at the moment. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Come on, right. Yeah, one of these early mornings, I'm gonna be wiping those weeping eyes. Give yourself a big round of applause. Peter Clark! He's going to help us sing on this one as well. Stay there, Pete. Am I? Who likes Queen? Timing right, I got my act all tight. It's gotta be tonight, my little schoolgirl, babe. Your mama says you don't, your daddy says you won't. I'm burning up inside and no way I'm gonna lose out this time. We wanna hear ya. Tie your mother down, tie your mother down. I can tell you how the dolls, we don't need it messing around. Tie your mother down, tie your mother down. Give me all love tonight. You're such a dirty
civil war goes down. Well, I don't give a light, I'm gonna make out alright. I got a sweet old hand, put a stop to all this sniping and grousing. Here we go. Tie your mother down, tie your mother down. Take your little brother swimming with a brick, that's alright. Tie your mother down, tie your mother down. Oh, you ain't no friend of mine. Till I die, they don't understand. I'm just a peace-loving guy. Tie your mother down, tie your mother down. Get that big, 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 big daddy outdoor. Tie your mother down, tie your mother down. Give me all your love tonight. Tie your mother down. Thank you very much, we've been Brass Monkeys. We'll see you next time. Like told us we got time for one more, is that alright? Here we go then. the guitar, Mr. Paul Dickens. On the bass guitar, Mr. Roger Scott.